In this tutorial, I'm going to go over the tools I use to create this particular part and some of the steps that I use to create it. To begin, I'm going to hide everything so you can see what's going on one step at a time. So there we are, back at the beginning. Let me activate this sketch. You can see I chose to sketch on the top plane or on the X and Y axes and to generate this part. Some helpful things when you're drawing. This tool right here, to begin a sketch, to even begin this, you would click right here, sketch, you'd create a sketch, and then you'd choose your X, Y, Z axis that you're going to choose. Once you've just picked that, you can then pick on a line and you choose your locations where you want it to be. This command that I picked will continuously create more lines indefinitely. If you want to create an arc, you just click and drag and it'll give you an arc. You can keep going and click and drag, give you arcs. You can see that NX automatically generates dimensions for you, and you can see that mine from my previous drawing are all blue, and over here they're all red. If you want to make blue ones so they're constrained to what you want, you just click on the line or wherever you want, and you can dimension it, and it gets rid of that red one and turns it blue. You can see that I've dimensioned my part how I like already. Let's get rid of all that so we don't get an error. Okay. So after your sketch is complete and how you like it, then you finish sketch. The second step was to extrude that function, that sketch I had, and then turn it into a solid object by using the extrude command. You can see that there are different values here. You can change those, which can be helpful in other drawings. Also here, if you wanted to add material or subtract it, this also cuts out if you use the subtract, but here we want to add. This, so we added that feature just by extruding it up. Then the next step was this hole command, which when you create a hole, you pick the plane or surface you want to create the hole on. Then it takes you there and it specifies the point of this location. You can do that by here, by giving it a coordinates if you know what the coordinates are. You can also choose other locations as you see fit. Then once you've located your hole where you want, you can even dimension it to a location by using the dimension command. When you're in that sketch, locating surfaces or edges, you're going to subtract it. There's simple, and you can counterbore it, countersink, taper, whatever kind of hole you want. That's what I did for these two holes right here. So after I had the holes in, we had to create this feature up here. Now to do that requires a plane right here, which is now visible. I turned it off for convenience. To create a plane on an angle like here, you click right here, the datum plane. We're going to do at angle. So we get two options. We want to click on a surface, then an edge, and then put the degrees in that we want, and it'll create our sketch. That's what I did here. 45 degrees on that edge. Once we had that there, you can see I created a sketch. Right here. Then on this plane, you can see it's on that plane. Dimensioned it properly. Uh, you have to be careful right here. Sometimes if you input a line yourself, it'll create errors later. NX is supposed to be able to automatically generate the reference for this location right here, and so it'll automatically enclose the solid, so it can create something. Then once we had the sketch done, we wanted to extrude it. So on the extrude, instead of just going straight through and then cutting it back out later, which can work in some instances but will not work all the time. We wanted a value, distance didn't matter. We wanted a unit extended. So we wanted to extend to a particular body. We located it to this location right here. And then we wanted to unite with that object. Or depending on other circumstances, you want it to subtract or do other things, or none of them. But we wanted to unite, which generated this surface right here. You can see when I made these holes, I used the hole command, and here I just drew in a hole in the sketch. And that's a brief overview of this part and how it was put together.